This is my Corokia cotoneaster. Kind of like a from New Zealand. It's kind of I always feel like it's hard to see on video because it's got this kind of very small leaves and it's just kind of more branches, but it is starting to flower. I should probably move this thing. It's getting so big. Here are the little tiny yellow flowers. Tiny leaves and tiny flowers. That's what this plant is all about. Comes from New Zealand. Seems to be a pretty easy to care for plant. And I've talked about it in the past. They believe that the reason it has these small leaves was so that it was unappetizing or not worth the time for the birds, the ground-dwelling birds in New Zealand that feed on vegetation. They would leave this little guy alone. It doesn't have any thorns or anything, even though it kind of has that look, but it's got a real kind of squiggly growth to it. But yeah, this is the time of year that it's starting to flower. I'll put my finger in there and you can see these are just very small flowers. When I get in close, you kind of get a better idea of what this plant looks like, but you can just kind of trim it as needed, I find, because it does get a bit of a wild appearance, and I try and keep it in relative shape. But look at all this new growth up here that's coming up this spring. Give you a top-down view. I don't even know if this is even making sense, but very interesting plant. Mine's in, I'd consider this part shade, but I've seen them in full sun before too, so they seem to be able to handle quite a bit, very adaptable.